comparisons, because comparisons can even happen in our home. And I know you have a very unique situation, Dawn, with having twin girls and them having very different learning struggles. And how do you work so that they aren't comparing themselves to each other? And Amy, you may be able to share some insight on this, even with your own boys or the students that you tutor that you may have gone through this. So I'd love your insight on how you help create this environment of acceptance when they see they're different.
Right. And I think that's the part where sometimes it's hard when they start noticing and they start verbalizing, well, why can't I be like, so, like my sister? Yeah, because you're twins, are very maternal, but at the same point, they want to just, to have their thing. One thing that I've done since the very beginning is I do group work with my kids. We do Bible and science and social studies and all that, whatever. And I have from the very beginning differentiated their learning. So whatever my son is doing as a ninth grader, maybe doing different than what his sister is, and even my other daughter. And I've just made that part of our everyday. So if we're doing geography, Becca's going to do geography. She's just going to do it differently. And my other two are going to do it differently. And so it's like, this is just our work. And we just make it very normal. And you don't even have to really, call it out. But I think when they understand and they can accept each other, that's going to build acceptance from other people. Because then they like, okay, well, I'm different and that's okay. And that's the beauty of homeschooling, is that you don't always know what your peers do, because even when we go to co-op, everybody is learning at their own pace.
Right.
So just developing that thing that maybe I don't really call attention to it as much anymore. I remember in the beginning, I wanted my girls to do calendar time because they were in pre-K and blah, blah, blah. And Elizabeth was having a great time with it. And Becca was screaming her head off. And I'm like, why am I doing this? I'm like, just take Lizzie over here, do her little thing, and let Becca do her thing. And that's A-okay, because it's like, if you try to force something that's not natural and that's not working,
right,
that's why you want to give up. And so just don't make it harder, just work smarter and try to figure out what each kid needs. And that does help.
That's a great perspective. Yeah. Because we as moms can do the same thing too. It isn't just the kids that do it.
Right.
We get kind of sucked into that whole process. It's this mentality that's in our society that just says we need to compare, and we have to fight against that. So thanks for bringing that up too. So what do you have, Amy?
So one of the things that's been fun is my kids are 5 years apart, but because my oldest has some struggles and some difficulties, he learns in a different way than my youngest does. And sometimes it's my youngest teaching my oldest the skill. And in our family, that's acceptable because we talk about that we all have strengths and weaknesses that are different, and we complement each other and we work together. And so, it was my youngest started whistling first, and he taught my oldest to whistle. And there's been several things like that have happened that it's just been like, just little things. And, we talk about that everybody has their own strengths and weaknesses, and that's okay. There's not everyone's going to be good at everything.